Namaste friends. Let us start today's session with Om Sahana Bhavatu. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, I welcome you all for this yoga session conducted by me, Yogi Devaraj of Yoga University of the Americas. Friends, in the series of Pancha Kosha Viveka of Taittiriya Upanishad of Yajurveda, we have discussed about Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha. Now we are discussing about Manomaya Kosha. See, in Manomaya Kosha, I told there are 4 Antakaranas. Manas, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. In these 4, we have already discussed about Buddhi, which is intellect, which is temporary, which is of mundane in nature. For that, we call it as intellect, which is there within the mind itself. And the mind, we said it is manas, which is receiving all the information of the world through the sense organs or jnanendriyas, then sending the output through the motor organs or karmendriyas. Friends, I had sent a chart. Just go through that, which helps you in discussion. I will be showing you also a little bit today. Before that, let me tell you something about Chitta and Ahankara today, before I show the chart. Chitta is a very, very important, interesting point which I can discuss for many hours. Chitta means memory. I think I told you, right from day one of our birth, we start getting all the information getting loaded on to our memory part of our mind. We use it whenever it is required. Like, if somebody asks showing this, what is this? You will tell it's a marker pen. Right? You will tell marker pen. How do you know? Because somebody in your life down the line somewhere they have told it is sketch pen. So you remember it as sketch pen only. So you are using your memory to answer that question. So here what happens? Manas will get the information from the Jnanendriyas showing that somebody is asking me what is that. Right? That question has got a reply in my memory. So the message or the question goes to the memory. Their memory is searched through the index thing, and then the result comes back to Manas, or the mind. From the mind it comes out to output device, which are motor organs. So this is the entire process how it works. So that is Chitta. Supposing a person is grown up with all negative thoughts, he uses that as a stuff, raw material to use it, raw material. So he will be always negative only. Whatever the question is posed, he comes back with negative things only. Why? Everything is loaded in negative way in his mind, So you have to understand. That is why we tell always feed the positive things. Be positive and keep moving. That is the standard word from me always in my teaching. So be positive always. Be positive always. So chitta should be pure. Chitta should be always positive. That is why even the shabda or the word is used by Patanjali to explain the definition of yoga itself. Chitta vritti nirodha yoga. So, chitta is the memory. That is what you have to understand for the time being. That is enough. Now, mix everything. Supposing I told you already, manas or the mind receives the question. If there is any calculation, it sends it to the ALU part. That is arithmetic logical unit. So I am sorry, buddhi or the intellect. But all these things, that is buddhi, manas and chitta, put together, all these things gives us a akara, a shape to our own self. That is called ahankara. That's called ahankara because we give our own imaginary shape to our own self, which is called ahankara. See the wonderful thing. We give something, isn't it? See, if you go and ask somebody, how do you feel about your own self? They come out with a lot of things, I'm happy, I'm unhappy, I'm fair, I'm not fair, I'm handsome, I'm beautiful, I'm ugly, so many things. I'm rich, I'm poor, all these things. That is the one which is created by himself, on himself or herself. That is ahankara. And that ahankara contains buddhi, manas and chitta. Manas, buddhi and chitta. All put together is called ahankara. Friends, for you to understand easily, I am putting this. Already we have put in Facebook. Just see for your own self. Okay. Now, for modern people, let me explain in a different way, taking the computer of Charles Babbage as the background of the reference. See, all our sense organs, which we call them as Jnanendriyas, we tell them as all input device. Correct? Input device we can put. All these ears, eyes, nose, tongue, skin, all these things get the information from this world and pass it on to the mind. So passing on to the mind is done by the input device, which we call as sense organs. So these sense organs behave like input device for the computer. Then when it goes inside the computer, it is received by I/O control, that is input output control. This is easy to understand by people who know about computer easily, right? I/O control is exactly like manas in our scriptures. So this I/O control does the duty of receiving the messages from the outside and sending the messages to outside. That's all the job. That is what we call it as manas or the mind. In computer language, we call it as I/O control, input output control. Friends, this input-output control has got a special software because it knows where it has to send a particular question. Supposing there is a calculation is required, it sends such a question to the ALU, arithmetic logical unit. That is nothing but intellect or buddhi. Don't confuse it for wisdom, which I will be telling when it comes to MANOMAYA KOSHA. So intellect is different, wisdom is different from today onwards. So all the calculation parts are sent to ALU, arithmetic logical unit, by the IO control. Same way, manas, the mind, sends such things to buddhi or intellect. I told you already about chitta. It's a storehouse of all our past incidents about Vyakti, Vastu, Vishaya, Ghatana. Vyakti means individuals. Vastu means things. Vishaya means any subject for these incidents. All these things are stored in Chitta. If there is any question related to this, the question goes to Chitta. It gets the information immediately from the indexed Chitta. It comes back to IO control. From there, it is sent to the output device or motor organs. They are hands, legs, mouth, genitals, and anus. These are output devices. Friends, these input device, output device, or the sense organs and the motor organs are in the body, physical body, or Annamaya Kosha. But they are controlled by the mind, which is Manomaya Kosha. Very interesting and important, friends, to know. Mind controls both inputs and outputs. So, can we tell body is the extension of the mind? Body is the extension of the mind. Because body is controlled by the mind. Body is controlled by the mind. That is why people tell face is the index of the mind. That means looking at the face, you can predict what is there in his mind. That is why mind is very, very, very important. It can become a friend or an enemy for some people depending upon how they make use of that. So mind is always relative. Depends on how we use it. So, after this IO control is called manas, memory, and ALU. All these things are called CPU in the computer language. That means Central Processing Unit. We call it in the scriptures as Ahankara. Aham means self. Akara means sheep. Depending upon all the information, knowledge we get from outside, we give Akara to our own self. I think you would have seen many people. I am very intelligent. I need not ask anybody. I know everything. That is the style of some people, They know or not, that's a different thing. That has become their style of functioning. Some people, even if they know, they may pretend that they don't know. Sir, I don't know. Please tell us. What is important for us is to manage the situation using the mind, consistent with purpose of life, which is most important. I must tell you something which is very, very important for the mind. Friends, right from day one, I told you, we get the influence of mother, father, whatever, whoever is there in that house, brother, sister, grandfather, grandmother, maternal uncle, maternal auntie, whatever, whomsoever is there. All these people influence that kid which is growing in that particular house. So, whatever it gets, we call it as environment. It keeps on just observing, listening, believing, and keeping in memory. For this, it uses the mind. This is a function of the mind. We call it as environment. So, this environment slowly becomes the property of that particular child, which converts as personality of the child. Friends, it doesn't stop there. When the child becomes 4 years or 5 years, it starts going out, either for babysitting or LKG, UKG, something like that starts. Then there will be another dimension for getting all the knowledge, other information. We call it as education, EN, ED. After environment, it is ED, education. See, you would have seen some children, if you tell them something, they tell, no. Our miss told like this. That means all the knowledge, they think whatever they get from the school is the highest, that is only reliable, and no other person can give that information or the knowledge to us. That is education or ED. That becomes again the completely blended in the chitta, whatever it has got by the parents or in the house, plus education in the school. That put together will become the personality of that child. Friends, as we go further, or maybe after the education is over, once he is appointed, he or she is appointed, please don't feel bad that I am telling only he. He always includes she in my terms. Please don't feel bad, whoever is watching my video, especially our sisters, right? So, once they come out of the education system, they get employed, then the real experience of life starts. Experience of self is most important. Father would have told something. Teacher would have told something, but whatever we experience becomes most important, pertinent, vital in molding our personality. That is why most of the people, we use that word, I know for many things. I know means either by my experience or in my education or in my environment, in the parents in the house, I know this particular thing. So, mind exactly works like a computer. Chitta keeps all the information that converts us as a particular personality. That is why nowadays parenting is becoming a challenge, because most of us, We don't have time to spare for our children, which is quality time. Because we are very busy. So, we need to understand that our mind plays lot of things in our life, even in molding our personality. Probably when we take up yoga therapy, we will be telling more about the mind, because we concentrate on mind only. See, MANOMAYA KOSHA is the most important kosha. It has got 4 things, I told you. Manasu, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. Manas means I/O control of the mind. Buddhi means intellect, which is equivalent to arithmetic logical unit in a computer. Chitta means memory, whatever we are recording. Like a dustbin sometimes. We just, whether it's required or not, we just keep in, If you really want to understand your mind, today you can do that work. After this is over, what we can do is take a white paper, think whole day. If that is not possible for you, take last 1 hour. In the last 1 hour, what is that you are concentrating on? Whatever the job. Then you tell, is it referring to your own thing? First thing. Second thing, is it towards your purpose of life? Or is it beneficial for you to move yourself towards purpose of life? All these things, if you try to answer, then you will understand how much time we are spending for silly issues of others. We just spend time just like that. Wasting time. Many times we know it's waste of time, still we do that. That is what the character of Duryodhana I told you. Duryodhana once tells that Krishna, I know which is wrong, but I am forced to do that. I will do that only. I can't avoid. I know which is right, but I can't do that. Because that depends on individual personality. Friends, let me tell you a small story from Mahabharata again. Once Dronacharya, guru of both Pandavas and Kauravas, he calls Duryodhana, son of Dhritarashtra, and tells him, go around Hastinapura, their capital, for 1 week. Get me 3 good people. Okay? Dronacharya asks Duryodhana to go around in Hastinapura, bring 3 good persons in 1 week. And he calls Yudhishthira and tells him, look, go around Hastinapura, same place again, where Duryodhana is going. But the question for Yudhishthira is, he has to find out 3 minimum bad people. 3 minimum bad people. Same place. So both Duryodhana and Yudhishthira goes in search of good people and bad people. Same place. They go for 1 week. They put their best efforts. But after 1 week, both of them comes back to Sri Dronacharya and tells. Duryodhana tells, sorry, Guruji, Dronacharya ji, I could not bring 3 good people in Hastinapura. all are bad. Not even 3 people. Right? In the same place, same area, same city, Yudhishthira also wandered, searching for bad people. Yes. But he was not able to find a bad people. Right? He was seeing all good people only. How it's possible? Friends, that is what is your mind. If you are good, pure in your mind, MANOMAYA KOSHA, you will have good company, good people around you always. You need not bother, because it attracts only such people. Your pure mind, with love and respect. That is the beauty of the mind. But if you are a negative-minded person, you get attracted by negative things only. So, what is the base? The base is our own self. So, if you want to bring change anywhere or outside the world, from where we have to start? We have to start from self. This is what is required for anybody to know about mind or MANOMAYA KOSHA. Friends, this mind is both friend as well as enemy, but it depends on how you manage it. That is why managing the mind is a difficult thing. That is why millions of people, billions of people are coming to yoga, because yoga deals with chitta. It also deals with how to control. Chitta vritti nirodha yoga. Or samatvam yoga uchyate. Samatvam of what? Of mind. Yoga brings your mind to the balanced level. That is samatvam. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. See, everywhere it is referred for mind only. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. Whatever you do, whether it's a small thing or a big thing, do it perfectly. That is what is yoga. Put your 100%, not even 99. Put your 100%. So that the work gets completed so soon. Most unfortunately, what we do is, we don't put our heart and mind or soul to the work completely. Which we will discuss when we talk about Karma Yoga. Here, we have understood something about mind today. Still we go deeper in future sessions. Let me stop today so that you can do some homework. I have already sent this chart in the Facebook. Please go through that, find out, work on that. Then I can tell you some more things tomorrow about MANOMAYA KOSHA, which is most important, especially with reference to yoga therapy. So, till such time, I request you to give me a break. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Friends, thank you so much for your blessings through watching and spreading yoga. Please support us so that Yoga University of the Americas can take this yoga to each and every house in this world, in each and every country. That is our grand vision. Thank you so much. Namaste.